to the sky. Made me realize, made me want to fly.
My name is Joe. These are just opinions. Welcome to 25 Best. Today it's 25 Best Songs from Ween, continuing our Top 100 countdown here on the channel. Now, Top 25 Ween songs, they've got 10 times that. They've got 225-ish original songs. Obviously, my list is going to be different than yours. Who gives a shit? Here's just another one out there. I'll give you my reasons as we go through them as to why I've got them in the top 25. So first track comes from their first album here, God, Ween, Satan. So track 25 on the countdown, we're going with Fat Lenny. My favorite version's probably the live at Stubbs Fat Lenny, but there's quite a few great versions of Fat Lenny out there. Andrew Reese played bass on this one. He's from the Rollins band. He's heavily involved with Ween, especially for the first 4 or 5 albums. Fat Lenny. Whoa, Fat Lenny! Song number 24 on the 25 Best Ween songs. 5 songs. We're going with The Stallion Suite. The Stallion. So pick your favorite one. I don't know if I really have a favorite. I love them all, actually. I think they're all really great songs. They're all totally different, following this Stallion character. I have a sticker on my turntable. I'm the Stallion Mang. Stallion Part 2 is really funny. There's sort of like a fan-made video with Mr. Ed. You can find them all on Live by Request, which is a CD you can find on their website. I have a copy. It's out in my truck right now. Stallion coming in at number 24. Number 23 is the first song that Ween ever really wrote. It's You Fucked Up. You know, Gene and Dean, it was a duo. They were actually originally planned on being anonymous. And so they kind of that's why they went with these Dean and Gene Ween characters. But anyways, that didn't end up happening ultimately. In the beginning, they were high school friends and making songs, making tapes. So they made songs and tapes for about 6 years through high school till they were around 18, 19. And then they got into the studio and laid down their greatest hits, 26 songs up to that point. This record, God, Ween, Satan. You Fucked Up, one of their earlier tracks. Certainly a track I fell in love with watching the Live in Chicago DVD CD combo. Number 22. Number 22, we're going with Potluck. Potluck is it was from the Caesar demos, so you can check those out. It's on YouTube. A compilation of demos for the album Quebec. So that's this one over here. I was kind of late to the party on the Caesar demos, that sort of stuff. I wasn't really too heavily involved in the Ween communities when they had broken up, and that's kind of when these were leaked. Potluck, great track off the Caesar demos. One thing I really love about Ween and their demos is that, a lot of times they alter the pitch or the speed of the tracks, which is cool. I mean, the Beatles did it. Everybody does it. I just find the demos they're just straightforward songs for the most part. A lot of it sounds like early Beatles or early Prince. I know those are two completely different things, but Ween's always jumping genres and all over the map. Pretty little pop track. Number 21 is written by Gene Ween. The song is Birthday Boy. So this also comes off of God, Ween, Satan. I'm not too crazy about the studio version. And if you look in the description of this video, I'll have a playlist, the Ween playlist, with the top 100 in the same order as my videos here. And oftentimes what I'll do is I'll put in my favorite version of that song that I found on YouTube. But for me, my favorite version of Birthday Boy, I'm pretty sure is this one here, is the one on God, Ween, Satan Live, which excellent album. Love, love, love. I love that. I mean, I listen to this way more than I listen to the studio God, Ween, Satan. This is way easier to listen to. I can still have friends over. The song features no drum or bass. The end of the song, it's actually answering machine from Jeaner's relatives playing, including his aunt wishing him a happy 20th birthday. At the very end of the song, there's actually a brief snippet of Pink Floyd's Echoes from Live in Pompeii, one of my absolute favorite songs from Pink Floyd and easily my favorite performance of the song. Gene has mentioned as well, and this is the song is about a snowboarder. I guess he had a crush on her, maybe it was his girlfriend at the time named Barrett Christie, and she's a professional snowboarder from New Hope, Pennsylvania. Anyways, great song live, kind of crushing lyrics. Help me now, I'm falling down, and I don't know if I'll be okay. Number 20. This one comes off of the Caesar demos. homage to their, one of their idols, Prince, and the song is Ambrosia Parsley. Ambrosia Parsley sounds like, some sort of funky sex party or something like that. It's not. It's Ambrosia Parsley is a real person. She was married to David Ayers, who was Ween's manager for a long time. She was the lead singer of the band Chivalry. Anyways, Ambrosia Parsley, funky. This is one that's clearly not finished. I have faith. I think that what's going to happen is, similar to the Chocolate and Cheese re-release that just came out, the 30th anniversary, they throw on, 5 or 6 songs that didn't make the album, spice them up a bit, throw it on, 30th anniversary. So I'm thinking that all of these Caesar demos will be finished off in the studio someday because they're bangers. They're awesome. They're just as good as the studio tracks, in my opinion. Ambrosia Parsley, number 20. Number 19, my favorite version comes off of Painting the Town Brown. Here, this is actually original press. And for a long time, this is kind of like one of the grails for Ween anyways, was an original press of this on the Mushroom label. And they repressed it right after I got a copy of the original press finally. The song number 19 is Puffy Cloud. Sail Away on a Puffy Cloud. Puffy Cloud is on God, Weed, and Satan. I just love the version on Painting the Town Brown. Painting the Town Brown was the first Ween CD I ever actually owned. I got it through BMG Music just before they went tits up, so that was sweet because I got it for free. Listening to Painting the Town Brown in my headphones at work for a number of years, and live at Stubbs, I think those are kind of the two main ones I'd usually listen to the live concerts for Ween for the longest time anyways. Puffy Cloud. My brain is dead from too much pot because Gina and I smoke too much pot. Cloudy, 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 cloud. Just the atmosphere. It must have been absolutely hilarious just to go see these guys. So much fun, so entertaining, and great songwriters. Puffy Cloud, 19. All right, number 18, another song that didn't make the album. This one didn't make Chocolate and Cheese. The song is There's a Pig. So There's a Pig it's a country song done in the style of Johnny Cash. There's a pig on my street. He's got my number. He's after me. Straight up Johnny Cash foolishness. I mentioned it in many of the album videos. Number one, I prefer Ween live. This song actually isn't played live that often, so go ahead and find the B-side rarities or check out the playlist below. I have a version in there. And the other thing is that Ween never really, they're not trying to make fun of artists at all. Usually it's, a bit of a tip of the hat. Usually it's not such an obvious homage either as, say, this song. This song is clearly Johnny Cash driven, and there's some, Ambrosia Parsley is clearly, in the style of Prince, but that's not always the case. Anyways, There's a Pig, number 18. Cool track. Check it out below if you haven't heard it before. Okay, number 17 is probably my favorite song off the Mollusk. Check out my Mollusk episode on this channel. I'm going with the Golden Eel. And the song is about an actual golden eel that Gene's roommate had, Gene Ween's roommate. The lyrics are literal. Sitting alone in the den watching the eel is what he was doing when he was writing the song. Gene Ween confirms that, yes, they're clearly inebriated while writing this song, and you can guess on what. And so, yeah, that's off the Mollusk, which is probably considered their greatest studio album. I'm pretty sure it's both Dean and Gene's favorite Ween album. Cool, inspired SpongeBob SquarePants. Number 16, ethically don't like this. This was actually stolen from the band from their original Long Beach Island tapes and leaked. So, hopefully Ween can find a way to make some money off of this. It's an amazing track. I'm going with Long Beach Island. So this was meant, I believe, for White Pepper originally. So their 2000 album. I don't know. It's just got a cool hook on it. I really just dig the vocals on it. I just dig the song. I think it's very cool. I think it's better than some of the songs that made White Pepper. Obviously I got it way high here, Long Beach Island, but it's just a cool beach summertime track. Number 15, one of my favorite songs in the catalog to play anyways is from the 12 Golden Country Greats album. I'm going with I Don't Want to Leave You on the Farm. Claude Coleman said that this song was actually written about him when they were going out on tour. Claude was kind of bummed out as he's leaving his girlfriend at home, And so Gina wrote this song with Claude in mind. Don't Want to Leave You on the Farm, and Claude loved it. I think it's all-time, like, top 10 country song for me all time is I Don't Want to Leave You on the Farm. For the longest time, I wasn't into country at all, really. I grew up with Everly Brothers and Jerry Reed and Roger Miller, but then I kind of lost faith in it. I wasn't crazy about Shania Twain and Garth Brooks after I went through puberty. Anyways, I got back into country music. The Ween country album for me for the longest time was easily my favorite country album. Now I'm pretty deep into Waylon Jennings and still Jerry Reed. Sturgill Simpson's great. There's lots of great newer stuff out there. So anyways, I Don't Want to Leave You on the Farm. Classic country banger. I think that anybody who enjoys country music would love this song. Number 14 off of White Pepper. That's this one here. I'm going with the song Falling Out. Falling Out, it's the end, and I lose another friend. I don't love the way this one's recorded. Yeah, it's Gene playing guitar, and I recall a time when we were lovers. Before you, I hadn't any other. I turned to look and you were gone. I loved you from the start. I was wrong. All right, number 13. Off of here, you will find a version of this song that is an entire side of an album. I think it's like 30 minutes long, something like that. I'm going with the track Vallejo. And this song's a tribute to the painter Boris Vallejo. I went to Vallejo, that's kind of near San Francisco town. That's kind of always what I thought it was about. But it's about a painter named Boris Vallejo, kind of like the John Denver song about Van Gogh. According to Ween Wiki, which is one of the Ween websites where I'm pulling some information from, Brown Bass is another great one with all the stats, every show, how many times they've played each song. Pretty cool stuff. And so Boris Vallejo is a guy who draws naked girls on dragons. And so it's a song. It's like this character driven or whatever. It's really funny. Just listen to the lyrics. And I'd check out the version on Painting the Town Brown. Give you an idea of what they did for a long time. Vallejo. Okay, number 12. The song was recorded in 1990 while Ween was touring for God Ween Satan, 1990. And they were over in the Netherlands. The song was never officially released. I'm going with the track Albino Sunburn Girl. I saw them play it live, I believe, in Troutdale, Oregon in 2018. Great show. Really great show. Good people. Knocked my socks off. Super dark. Great track. Albino Sunburn Girl. I really love you. I suggest watching live performances of this song. I do quite like the studio track, but it is kind of, the quality is not so great on this one. And it's more kind of like a demo recording. But it's such a good song that I still listen to this kind of shit quality demo. Albino Sunburn Girl, number 12, all time, 25 best Ween tracks. Number 11, we're going with a track off of Chocolate and Cheese. That's this guy right here, celebrating its 30th anniversary. It came out in 1994. The song is Freedom of 76. The progression, the guitar progression, the chords was written by Ed Wilson, friend of the band. A song about Philadelphia. Talks about the Liberty Bell cracked in half. 1776, yada, yada, yada. They use some different chords in this one. They call them the jazzier chords. Favorite version is honestly the studio version, but there's the famous Jane Pratt show where you can see Gene and Dean talk a little bit about their 4-track setup. Jeaner's voice lights out. One of the great rock frontmen. If you watch that video and you disagree, well, beat it. We're not friends. Number 10 also comes off of the Caesar demos, which are the demos for Quebec. Lots of material there. This track I'm going with, number 10, I'm going with Things You Already Know. I'm going to dedicate this one to a friend, Jim, who's no longer with us. He actually helped me start the Ween poster group and fell sick to leukemia. Really great guy. So Jim Bianco, rest in peace, bro. This is a song I asked you to listen to just before you passed away. Really hope that this gets pressed to wax one way or another. One of my favorite Ween tracks. Number 10, Things You Already Know. Also, there's a playlist below in the description, and on my channel, there's a Ween playlist with my top 100 in order. Number 9 for best Ween tracks, another B-side, And as far as I know, this song has never actually been played live, which is super rare for Ween because they've played almost everything live. There's a B-side to the 12 Golden Country Greats. I'm going with the song So Long, Jerry. Jerry being Jerry Garcia, who had passed away just previous to the recording sessions in Nashville. What a beautiful tribute. There's definitely songs, there's American Pie. There's lots of tribute songs when people pass away. This has got to be one of my favorites. So Long, Jerry, just a very, very pretty track, slow opener. They've got the 12 Golden Country Greats, so all these Nashville, big-time session people that played with, Waylon and Willie and all those guys before they left Nashville, and they've got the Jordanaires. They've got a whole bunch of people, been on tons of stuff. It's a great album, country album, and this one didn't make the album, but you can find it in the playlist below. Ween, So Long, Jerry. Beautiful track. You don't have to love Grateful Dead to love this track. Number 8, this was technically released with Quebec in Japan, but didn't actually, I don't think we got it over here. And so I've always wanted to get a version of Quebec with the song Uvala. Uvala is number 8 on my list of 25 greatest Ween tracks. It's a bonus on the Japanese press for Ween's Quebec. Rocks hard. There's a few different versions out there. Some of them I like more than others, but the studio versions, I prefer the studio versions of this song. Number 7, 25 best Ween tracks comes off of Quebec. I'm going with the song I Don't Want It. I believe it's the second last song. It's towards the end anyways. I Don't Want It's written by Gene about his divorce with his wife, Sarah. Gene plays lead guitar, does lead vocal. He actually plays the bass on this one too. Dean Ween plays the drums, and Andrew Weiss plays the keyboards. Yeah, Andrew Weiss on keyboards. My favorite Gene Ween solo. So for the most part, Diener is the lead guitar player, and for the most part, Geener is the lead singer-ish, Diener definitely takes leads on a lot of songs, and Gene takes lead guitar on a few songs. This being one of them where he does the solo. It's very personal. It's such a great solo. Just love it. And then at the end of it, I don't know if he throws his guitar down or he just kind of smacks it and bah. With the theme of the song, it just works so well. Did we miss the moon? I'd lie in your arms if I could now. Such common pain repeats itself again and again now. Please hold on to the memories before we really crash and burn. We got ourselves so wrapped up that we've forgotten how to learn. I understand it, but I don't want it. I knew it so well. I pushed you and you laughed when I fell. Number 6, I fell in love with this at Terminal 5 in New York City. When they did their reunion tour 2016, they got up on stage and they played A Little Taste of You, which is my number 6 Ween song of all time. So this is a collaboration with a band called the Boredoms. So they did this album called Z-Rock Hawaii with the Boredoms, and for the most part it's kind of like Screaming, not this track. And yeah, so anyways, I just love this little track, Get a Little Taste of You. It's kind of creepy. It's got a little bit of some suggestive language in Get a Taste of You. Cool little hook. I really liked it when I watched it live. And you get Glenn playing a little bit along with it too. And I got it at number 6. I Get a Little Taste of You. Number 5. Number 5 opens up with a bit of a burp. It's off of this one, Ween, the pod. If you watch I think it was the pod episode. On one of the episodes when I'm doing the albums, I played the moment that I got into the song, which is at Terminal 5 as well. And the song is Frank. Frank, give me a pork roll, egg, and cheese, if you please, with some gravy fries. Gene Ween was quoted on Ween Wiki as saying that the gravy fries are good for coating the stomach after a night of drinking. I love this song for a lot of reasons. It kind of closely tied my mind to Albino Sunburn Girl earlier in the list. I'm not sure, I would love to know, I'd love to ask the band some questions about this song, because I don't know if the guitar solo is meant to be kind of clunky and kind of, off kilter, go in different directions on the guitar and bring it back together. And I don't know if I don't know what the plan is in their minds before they play this track. I'd suggest checking out the live performance in Troutdale, Oregon in 2018. That was a really cool one. Or you can go and check out that performance I put on my channel from, I think it's in my pod episode, Ween the Pod, on this channel. So like, comment, subscribe. I love the vocal effects they put on Jeaner during this song, and just, I don't know, man. They just step it up. They just really get extra greasy on this track. Number 4, I prefer a version off of Ween's Cat's Cradle album from 1992. The track is Mango Woman. I'm kind of like back and forth on this one. I do prefer the live performances. This one was recorded around 1992. This was recorded for the Chocolate and Cheese demos originally, but yeah, not a very well known song. Never made the albums. I don't think there's a proper studio recording of it that you can purchase. I could be wrong. Love Mango Woman. It's sort of this Rasta Bob Marley thing. Mango Woman, rebit, smoking spliffs and all that sort of stuff. But just a chill, cool. There's a few versions out there. I've got one in the playlist that I quite like. So Mango Woman comes in at number 4 for Ween's 25 best songs. All right, number 3. Top three songs for me are kind of somewhat interchangeable. Number 3, I'm going with the song that I fell in love with on once again Painting the Town Brown. And then also live in Chicago. It did originate on Pure Guava. It's a live standard for Ween. I'm going with the song Poop Ship Destroyer. Dean Ween was quoted as saying that it's Ween's anthem. It's a song about going to the bathroom. I just love the live versions. It's just so heavy and great and so funny. It really, Dean Ween says it's their anthem. It's not for everybody. I don't think that somebody's going to jump into Ween and pick this as their favorite song right away by any means. I don't think that's likely ever happened. If they got into Ween by listening to Ween live, then it's possible. The studio version is almost like a kid's jingle. Like, it's not really, I don't like go playing it and be like, oh, I crank that up. Like, I don't. Even though I have this song at number 3 on my list of their songs, I strictly listen to the live versions of this song. So I've got one in the comments below. I have the version live in Toronto, which is with the Shit Creek Boys. So that's the Nashville studio session guys in Toronto, which is my home country. I'm here on the west coast of Canada. Poop Ship Destroyer, calling all frequencies on channel 2. Poo, poo, poo. I just love the 30-minute version on Painting the Town Brown, where they do the song like 5 times. I used to just listen to my headphones at work, and there goes half an hour. Number 2, and a shout out to the Taste Like Music Discord, where there's a few other guys in there that are pretty big Ween fans, and I remember a few of them liking my 1 and 2. Number 2, I'm going with, from the Mollusk Sessions, the song is Kim Schmaltz. Kim Schmaltz. I'll just, once again, love it when the synth comes in on this track. Take it easy. Walk with the light step, baby. Really fun. I saw them play this live as well at Terminal 5. The same night I saw them play I Get a Taste of You. Same night I saw them play Frank. That concert was really kind of important to me. Opened my eyes on a lot of tracks. And that's the cool thing about Ween is that, they've got 250 songs, plus they play another 50 covers. You're not going to hear the same song twice. You're never going to see the same show twice. It's pretty incredible. Just a great track. I prefer it live, but the version that I have in the playlist below is great too. There's a lot of like these bootlegs or B-sides and rarities compilations on YouTube. And shout out to those guys because I've listened to those hundreds of times. So thank you to whoever posts that stuff. And Ween, if you ever put it out, I will support you and buy it in a heartbeat. My number 1 Ween song. So the best Ween song of all time, according to me, just and only me, comes off of Chocolate and Cheese. It's the last song. The song is Don't Shit Where You Eat. Just had a moment one day when I realized that I was a massive Ween fan, and it was listening to this song. So that was a real turning point for me. I had borrowed this record from a friend who's no longer with us either, a very musical person. Anyways, I was listening to this in a Discman while I was trimming Christmas trees at a Christmas tree farm here on Vancouver Island. It was the last song on the CD. I remember, quite liking the songs on the CD, but for whatever reason, I don't know if I'd ever made it this far in the CD, but that day, this song just grabbed me. I've been a Ween fan ever since, and that was back in 2003. I had owned Ween records before that and stuff like that, and I really liked some songs, but I was somewhat of a casual Ween fan until this song changed everything for me. If you walk around my house, it's full of Ween posters. I've got a whack of Ween shirts. Watch my episodes on the show. I'm almost always wearing a Ween shirt. I'm just involved with all that stuff. There's actually an interview on this channel as well that I did with one of the Ween poster artists named Nemo. Don't Shit Where You Eat. That's kind of like my anthem. There's just a few things about it, especially at the time, that were really speaking to me. And it's just a pretty little pop track. I learned it on guitar right away, annoying people with it ever since. Number 1, I've got Ween, Don't Shit Where You Eat. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Best peace and love to Ween, greatest band on the history of the planet, greatest people. Thoughts to Diener, who's, there's some stuff going on right now, and he needed some time away. The band's on hiatus. It's tragic. Like I said in all the other videos, they don't owe us shit. They've given us so much music, and thanks. It's been huge. It made a huge impact on my life, and I absolutely love it. And more than anything, I would just love to be able to. I just want to say thank you to Ween for years of great music and just their energy, and just their fun energy, and how cool they are with their fans and making music and having fun. I said the word pretentious in that these guys are not pretentious at all in the album videos 1,000 times. So I'm trying to avoid that in these videos. To me, that really means something. That's kind of important. And I just think they're incredible songwriters, incredible musicians. And I hope that more people find these guys or find some music from Ween that works for them, because if you haven't yet, you're missing out, and there's definitely some stuff out there for everybody. Sorry I'm a little low on facts and high on opinions. Check out my series coming up here. I've got the Christmas movie marathon just around the corner, which will be on American Thanksgiving. Also, year in reviews for music. So I'm doing 1990 to 1995, 25 best albums, 25 best songs, and then go all the way back to 1969 and work your way back. So quite a few episodes coming up here soon. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Let me know what your top 5 Ween songs are. Let me know what I missed in the top 100. There's another video with songs 100 to 75. Every Ween album covered on this channel. Respect to Ween. We out.